Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now in this video, I do want to showcase another solo duplication glitch that works best with perfect pelts, but it can be used on carcasses as well. I am not the founder of this glitch, but I will leave their channel in the description down below, but that person is the Lost Bipolar Gamer. So a nice shout out to him for finding this glitch and allowing me to be able to share this with you guys. So I basically want to be able to show you guys the entire setup and how or what you guys actually need to do to get this thing started. The first thing that you're going to need is a wagon. It doesn't matter really which wagon that you guys use. Just grab one and you're going to need it. Now, obviously, you're going to want something on the back of your horse as well. And I just got this deer here as an example to show you that you guys can go ahead and duplicate carcasses as well. But with pelts, it doesn't seem to degrade them. So you guys are going to want to get like a moose or an elk or a bear. Just something that is worth a decent amount of money and is a perfect pelt. So now once you've gotten one of those items, it really doesn't matter, because if you guys do get a carcass, it is going to change from perfect to poor. So just remember that. Now, as soon as you guys do get your wagon, you're going to want to go in front of the stables here in Valentine, and you're going to want to park it pretty much right in front of the doorway. You're going to want to leave yourself just a little bit of room to be able to get yourself and your horse through there, because that is about to come in the very near future. Now, the first thing you're going to do is go ahead and shoot the horse so that the cart does not move. And we had a person that was chilling on the side of our wagon and kept locking on to him. So you're going to want to kill both of the horses here so that it kind of drops the wagon so that the wagon now cannot move and the horses won't run away with it. Now, what you're going to want to do from here on out is jump on your horse and then just ride right into the stables. Now, obviously, I made it a little bit tight for me to go ahead and sneak in here, but that is perfectly fine. So now once we go ahead and load into the stables, you're going to get the menu to appear. And once the menu appears, you're just basically going to want to go ahead and back out of the menu straight away. Now, typically, it's going to send you behind the stables a little bit. And sometimes it's right on the path leading to the butcher. Sometimes it's over more to the left, over more to the right. Just make your way on over to the front of the stables. Now, I'm just going to showcase this specific one right here because I want you guys to see the horse drop the carcass. And I believe it doesn't really show it all that well, but all you need to do is get off your horse and then run into the stables by yourself. And as soon as the menu does appear, you're going to want to go ahead and back out, and then you're going to magically be back on your horse, and it's going to be again behind the stables. So as we ride around to the front, you're going to see that the duplicated carcass is right there. And then basically from here on out, I'm just going to go ahead and jump off my horse really close to the butcher. Now also keep in mind, guys, that because I am using a carcass instead of a pelt, it is a poor quality because I rode with the carcass on the back of my horse into the stables, and for whatever reason that causes whatever carcass that you guys have to completely degrade in value, and you're not going to quite make as much, so it is better to obtain a pelt or just kind of do whatever you would like. I'm just giving this as an example, but you guys can make way more money than I probably would solo. Now, I do recommend using this method to go ahead and actually help a friend and do it with a friend. You could be the one that is duplicating the carcasses, and your friend could be the one that is actually selling them each and every time that you duplicate them. But honestly, from here on out, all you have to do is ride your horse to wherever you want that pelt to fall off at, and then you just need to get off your horse and then run right back into the stables. And as soon as the menu does appear for you guys, then you just need to go ahead and back out of it, and then you're going to be on your horse and then ride up to the butcher, jump off the horse, and repeat the entire process. It's super simple. It's very easy. Unfortunately, it's not quite as good as the the other method that we had where you could strictly just sell the cougar or whatever animal carcass that you had to the butcher straight away and just stay inside of the butcher, it's not quite that good. But, you know, honestly, it's still another great way to make some money. And I know that some people are probably going to say it's a lot easier to just go out and hunt. But, you know, it still is a glitch. It still is an exploit. You're still able to make some decent money at it. And honestly, you can do it solo or you could do it with a friend. And you could have a couple people that are doing this for somebody. And then you guys can just kind of rotate, take turns. And you can make some decent money doing this. Again, I can't stress this enough, but pelts are going to retain their perfect pelts if you ride into the stables with them, but the carcasses will, whatever value that they currently have, they will degrade when you do ride with them into the stables from when you first start this glitch. Super simple to do. Now, you guys will see at some point that one person decided to completely blow up all of the carcasses here. But at this point, they were all poor anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But they decided to throw some dynamite and get into a lot of trouble. And it caused me to get glitched into the stables actually for a really, really long time. So if for whatever reason you guys get stuck in the stables for a long time, just be patient, wait it out. And then as soon as the menu for the stables does appear, then you can go ahead and back out. And at this point, I'm pretty much still, you know, having all my carcasses, you know, looking nice. But right there, as that person was actually shooting at me, they were actually destroying all of my carcasses. Now you'll see that I don't have one on the back of my horse, and I wasn't even honestly paying attention for it. You're going to see me get off the horse and run right back into the stable, and I didn't even realize it wasn't even there until I actually spawned back outside of the stables again, and I'm like, wait a second, there's no carcass on my horse. So what I did is I actually grabbed the one that was closer to the stable and then just re-put it back on my horse and was able to put my horse right back over next to the butcher, and then it was just kind of kept going and going, and it didn't really have to worry about it too much. Obviously, this method would be absolutely fantastic if we could get a perfect carcass to duplicate every single time that we were to run into the stables and leave it at the butcher. Then a panther would by far be the best one or best option for you guys, because at that point you could make that $14. Now, I can't remember exactly what an elk, a moose, or a bear pelts do sell for, but those are typically the best ones to get in order to make the most money with the perfect pelts. But I'm just going to let the video kind of run on from here, because eventually I will go ahead and sell that. And I honestly make, you know, it's about $100, and I do sell all poor carcasses. Even if you got a poor panther carcass, you're still going to make a decent amount of money using this method. Now, if you had one person that you could partner with that did this with panthers and then maybe got a perfect like elk as well, or two perfect elk pelts, it would be amazing what kind of money you guys could generate in a relatively short amount of time. Now, I think this total recording session maybe took me, I'm actually increasing it by 2 times. I think it was maybe like 25 minutes, if that. It was honestly spent more time looking for a wagon than anything else. The other thing to keep in mind is that I was only doing this with poor buck carcasses, so I could have made so much more money. Now, I do want you guys to realize what I made a mistake here. I tried to run to the butcher and I was holding the carcass in my hand and it wasn't allowing me to sell it. You do need your horse next to the butcher in order to sell either the pelts or the carcasses that you have. Now, what you could do is you could sell both of them, the one that's on your horse and the one that you have in your hands, to the butcher at one time. However, you're going to have to basically put one of those carcasses on your horse, and the animations are just going to take a little bit longer. So I just decided to sell basically one at a time. Now, the only time that I ran into any issues was the one person that decided to blow up all the carcasses. You can see all the rotten flesh ones here. But that is really the only problem that I ever ran into with doing this method here in Valentine. I'm sure once this glitch gets a little bit more public and known, I'm sure there might be some more people doing this. But hopefully you guys can just kind of share this space with other players and just kind of be friendly and just have fun doing it. That's what it's all about anyway. But that is all the time that I have for in today's video. If you guys did enjoy the video in any way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Also, don't forget to turn on bell notifications if you guys want to get the latest and greatest videos that I do release here on YouTube. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys stay gaming.